Johnson's plan to reinstate a corporate head tax on large businesses.
It makes it very hard to attract companies from outside of Chicago to come into Chicago and harder for companies that are in Chicago to stay.
Johnson's 2026 budget counts on $100 million from the tax to help close Chicago's $1 billion deficit. A Lakers fan, Andrew Garcia, has dropped his lawsuit against LeBron James after spending $850 on tickets thinking James was retiring. The second decision tease turned out to be an ad prompting the short-lived fraud claim. And Black Washington, D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser is urging the city council to make the city's youth curfew permanent to boost public safety. The summer policy expanded curfew zones and included 17-year-olds, but it expired this month after the council declined to extend it. Get BIN News now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
And hear us on WBOK1230.com. Here we go. The reality check on WBOK 1230 AM.
Whoa, now. What's happening, good people? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Hoping everybody's having a good day. Hoping that everything is good with you. Hoping that you got your thinking cap on today. Because it hadn't gone away. What hadn't gone away? What's a good way to put this? It hadn't gone away. We have not finished talking about where we are as a community in New Orleans, especially, and what we gonna do. Oh, baby, I was having a conversation. Wait, I gotta tell you this. I got a telephone call from my friends up north.
Oh, really?
And they were calling me, and they were like, man, what's going on down there?
Craziness.
They talking about the budget. That budget thing has gone viral. And they were talking about, man, what they did with all the money. I was like, that's a good question. What they did with all the money. And then the other thing everybody's talking about was like, Louisiana is dependent on the federal government. I said, you wouldn't know it by the way that they be talking about independence and all this other stuff. But Louisiana is dependent on the federal government with programs, grants, all these different things that we think that we paying for, that the federal government is paying for. So the question ended up being, so what y'all gonna do when they cut off the SNAP program?
Excuse me while I laugh on your lapel.
Was that a laugh or a call? So I was saying, boy, does anybody really understand? Do they understand that November is what, 2 weeks away?
Yep.
And they gonna cut off?
Not even that.
They getting ready to cut off SNAP in November.
After next week. Monday is the 1st.
Is it?
Yes, after next week. Well, no. Not take it back.
Weeks. It's 2 weeks.
It's the first. No, the 1st is on Saturday. Next Saturday.
Hold on, let me look.
Next Friday is Halloween.
Because I'm looking at my my calendar.
Yeah.
Today is the 22nd. That's 2 weeks. So next week, next Wednesday is the 29th.
So
and
next Saturday is the 1st.
And then Saturday is the 1st of.
Ain't no 2 weeks.
Not this week, but next week. 2 weeks.
No, it ain't no 2 weeks, boy.
Give me the 2 weeks.
Your number, you flunked math, didn't you?
Just give me the 2 weeks. Yeah.
You flunked math, didn't you?
No.
Yeah.
Barely passed, but this one. But anyway.
Mr. Drum Major?
Yeah, that's me. 1, 2, 3, 4. But I'm thinking to myself, do we really understand that November is a short period of time away? And that's when they're talking about cutting the SNAP benefits for people in all these different poverty-stricken areas. Well, I hate to put it in some type of legitimate but illegitimate way of saying it, but we in a poverty-stricken area. We just happen to be.
Oh, really?
Yes. So guess what?
What?
SNAP benefits will not be reloaded in November unless you starting to have a conversation with your benefits person, whoever that is. You need to have a conversation with them and find out.
People gonna be mad because they're not gonna be able to get those fish fry and supper plates. Oh, they're gonna be mad.
Fish fry and supper plates.
Yeah, because that's what they used to.
No, they ain't gonna be able to go to the store and load up a basket.
That's what I'm saying. They're not gonna be able to get that
basket
food
behind them pulling it.
They're not gonna be able to get that food to do those suppers.
Not at all.
They're gonna be mad.
So I'm thinking to myself, are we really paying attention to the issues that are going to affect folk? And then one of the girls that I know, she was like, baby, you need to, it's going to be selling up some out here. I said, some what? She said, they're going to be out here selling some out here for some stamps.
Some Waka Flocka.
They're going to be selling some out here so that they can get that money to go and get them stamps. I was like, no, they can't go buy no stamps. Well, they need some money to go and buy some food.
I can say she's is gonna be real busy,
bruh. You ain't gonna be able to really see nothing. Be like, why they got so many people at Chi-Chi's? Because they in there selling some flounder.
They're not gonna be using money either. We're throwing up those extra stamps. I know you need to get some Similac. Yeah.
Yeah. So I said, boy, we have no idea what's to come. And I really don't think we're paying attention.
No, they're not.
Do you?
Too many boots on the ground.
Too many boots on the ground. Yes, indeed. Well, they're going to find out. And they're going to find out quick, fast, and in a hurry.
With this looming upon us, do you think that it's going to cause a spike in crime?
Wait a minute, say it again.
Do you think this is going to cause a spike in crime?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. This is going to cause a spike in crime. But I really do think that a lot of this, now you know I'm the conspiracy theorist president.
You're the president and the CEO.
Yes, indeed. Thank you very much. I take that very, very, very seriously. So I think that it has the ramifications of being something that is intentional, but done for another reason. So if I start taking away the programs, start taking away the things that mean the most to you all, that I know will start up some other stuff, I do think that it will cause a spike in crime. Then I'll be able to say that's why y'all need that National Guard in your neighborhoods, because it's going to cause problems, and then there's going to be some real issues in your neighborhood because folks is out here wilding out, breaking into stores. And remember something that I told you, because, you know, I don't know if you remember this, but Dr. Shepard said, oh, Gerod be balling out. I don't know nobody that buy gold. The investors in the stock market have now started investing all their money into gold.
If you watch certain channels on TV, specifically like
CNBC.
FETV, stuff like that, you see a lot of commercials running about buying gold.
Yep.
A lot.
Yep. It doesn't lose its value.
Nope. And you can keep it in your house. You don't have to worry about it.
Oh, no, you ain't going to keep it in your house. You ain't going to keep it in your house. Invest it in gold, but invest in it on the stock market. Invest in it on the stock market because the prices is climbing. Don't keep the gold. You want to invest in it. So, you know, you got this many bars of gold or ounces of gold that you've invested in. And then as the price can go up, your gold value goes up. You put it in your house, it's just sitting in your house.
Well, suppose everything crashes and you need some form of
you'll need to have. Well, if it does crash, that's why people are investing in gold, because gold doesn't crash. So it's a value to it, and it's not going to crash. But all the rest of them, stocks for companies and all that other stuff, they will crash. Gold does not.
So precious metals are the best thing to
precious metals. There you go. Very good, there, young man. I did teach you well.
A little bit.
You're all right with me. I'm gonna tell a story. Can I tell a story?
Go ahead. You're gonna tell it anyway.
I sure am. I just wanted to be polite. But I used to tell Wick. How long ago was that, Wick? 10 years ago? When we were at the other building. 5 years ago?
When we first took over, so it's about 6 years ago.
I said, Wick, I want you to do something. I want you to invest in the stock market. Well, you call me everything but the child of God. Help you set up your account, and you were doing good. I was proud of you.
Yeah, the one I had bottom out.
You should have kept it.
Yeah.
I kept mine. I did keep it. But I kept it for a reason. Because I knew that it was going to be something else I wanted to do. So all that money that I made, I took it and invested in gold.
Man, I wish I had done like Lexi did and invested in GameStop.
Yeah.
Ooh, she made a grip off of that one.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. GameStop went from like $20 to $482.
Yeah, but you don't hear about people doing that anymore where they hurp and buy a stock and make it top out and then sell.
No, they don't do it as much as they used to. So I'm just wondering when they're gonna do it again too.
Let me know.
My daughter was the one that told me, Dad, but she into that. Oh my God,
and you didn't invest in it,
huh?
You didn't invest in it.
No, I was like GameStop. That's all played out. Ain't nobody doing no GameStop. You know why I thought nobody was doing GameStop anymore? Because you can play the games online.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, I'm not going to GameStop to buy no games and invest in it. She was like,
Man,
no, Dad.
What happened the very next week?
It went up, took off like a rocket, and I was left in the cold. That's okay. We'll get it next time. I learned my lesson.
Nothing but a fig leaf.
Learned my lesson. So let me tell you what everybody's getting ready to hear today.
What's that?
I wrote a commentary.
What?
I wrote a commentary about where we are as a community. I'm telling everybody right now, call your friends, call your neighbors, and let them know we're going to hit some people today. And when we hit them, it's almost like kicking them in the nuts. I'm not playing. And the reason why is because there's no reason that we should be in the financial shape that this city is right now, because it's totally uncalled for and totally inexcusable.
When I saw in the news yesterday that
another $100 million,
the workers at City Hall might not get paid, I said, uh-oh,
and
this is not good.
And they announced that they cannot fine or that we're indebted monies with the federal government, which was supposed to be restricted money that they were not supposed to spend on anything else, and that is FEMA money, another $100 million. So not only are we indebted for $165 million, looks like we're indebted for another $100 million that was restricted money that was not supposed to be spent without permission, and they can't find it. So we could be indebted for another $100 million, which would now take us up to $265 million. And they made the announcement that they may not have enough money for payroll till the end of the year.
Not good. Yeah, buddy.
I'm sorry. That's inexcusable. It's just inexcusable. And if we don't look at it that way, it'll happen again.
So do you think that NBA YoungBoys concert had any impact on the city financially?
Absolutely.
This sure as hell didn't talk about it at all.
They paid for 400 cops to be on call, to be on the outside, to patrol, to be at the Superdome, to be at the Smoothie King Center for this concert. That's why you saw me fall on the floor when I said I agree with Red bottoms.
Don't fall again. I'm not picking you up.
You don't know how much that hurts me to say that. Jeez, let me take a swig of this water. Maybe I feel better. Just hold on a minute. I feel better. Maybe I need to just pour it over my head and baptize myself.
No, don't do that.
No? Okay.
Don't do it.
All right.
I don't want you to electrocute yourself when you touch the mic.
But I'm thinking to myself, though, Wick, why would you all agree to have 400 cops on an event that y'all know we indebted to? That's what the main problem was in the first place. Overtime for cops. They said $20 to $40 million went to the police department in the first place. We just added on to it.
It makes no sense.
Huh?
Am I agreeing with red bottoms when I'm saying it makes
I can't
no
come
sense?
pick you up, bro.
Huh?
I can't come pick you up out the floor.
No, I'll bounce right back up. Don't worry about that.
So I decided that on today that I'm going to do a commentary. And that commentary is pretty deep. I don't know no other way to word. What other word? Damaging? Deep? Kick him in the nuts?
Now, I'm seeing a few people online saying that Live Nation paid for the police. Is that true?
No. The city did. Pardon you?
Excuse.
Like, jeez. No, they asked them to pay for the extra police. And they told SMG, which is the management company. I don't know what they are now. It used to be SMG. And also that the artist, which the promoter is, said no, they would not pay for it. But I got a way to solve that issue too in the future in this commentary. And I got to figure out when we're going to do it. Maybe we'll do it. Should we do it this hour or should I do it next hour?
Make them wait.
I'm going to give everybody a chance to call your friends, call the officials, give them a chance to log in and let them know that there's a commentary that's coming. And it's damaging. It's really damaging. Because I'll tell you how a event is supposed to roll when you start looking at what you're paying for. Because evidently somebody don't know what they're doing.
Oh, we're going to have to be ducking and dipping when we walk out of this place?
That's every day.
Huh?
That's every day.
Well, more than usual?
Maybe. All right, y'all, let's take a break here. We'll take a break. We'll come back. Take some telephone calls, too. 504-582-9422 is the number.
Late nights are made for chillin', and you can do just that every Sunday night at 10 p.m. as DJ Wick brings you The Love Zone. It's the perfect way to top off your weekend with your favorite old and new school ballads. So sit back, relax, and let DJ Wick take you to the Love Zone on WBOK and on the World Wide Web at WBOK1230.com.
The New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Foundation is the nonprofit organization that owns the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival presented by Shell. With the funds generated from Jazz Fest, the foundation invests in Louisiana communities through economic development, cultural enrichment, and free educational programs. To learn more about the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Foundation, please visit us at www.jazzandheritage.org.
A message from the community scientist. Do you live or work in St. James, St. John, St. Charles, Ascension, Calcasieu, Baton Rouge, or St. Bernard Parish? You may be exposed to harmful chemicals like phthalates, BPA, and flame retardants found in everyday products but linked to serious health risks. That's why the Community Scientist, a program of Rise St. James, brings you clear, science-based facts that protect your health and our environment. Stay informed, stay empowered. Visit risestjames.org today.
Tune in to The Monitor's Mic, where we talk about oversight, policing, and you. Hosted by the Office of Independent Police Monitor, we're here to shine a light on policing issues that matter, from real-time policing updates to in-depth interviews. Every Friday at noon on WBOK.
You've got responsibilities, but that doesn't mean your dreams are on hold. At Southern University at New Orleans, our evening and weekend college is designed with your life in mind. Finish your degree. Start a new one. On your time, your degree, your schedule. No excuses, just opportunity. Visit suno.edu and make your next move today.
Meet Leanna, a part-time chef and full-time mom. In the past, Leanna didn't have health insurance because she didn't think she could afford it. What she didn't realize is she qualified for Medicaid. She loves the coverage and peace of mind that comes with high-quality care. The kind of care you get with Healthy Blue. This is Medicaid, and it's for more people than you think. Maybe even you. To see if you qualify, go to myhealthybluela.com.
Looking to join an organization that is committed to help promote economic development in New Orleans East? Look no further. The Greater New Orleans East Business Alliance is a member-based nonprofit organization made up of business owners and local professionals united for the purpose to promote business development in Eastern New Orleans. If you want to become a member, call us at 504-957-3568.
Making a difference in the community. WBOK 1230 AM. Here we go. The reality check on WBOK 1230 AM.
All right, folks, welcome back. What's today? Wednesday? Yeah.
Hump day?
I just keep losing track of the date.
Called senility.
I heard you.
Wasn't trying to hide it.
I know. I wasn't trying to hide something else for you. I tell you about it later. But anyway, did y'all hear the emergency meeting on today?
Do tell.
I got to say to Miss Romy, stand your ground. Stand your ground. Do not let them push this on you, making it your fault. Stand your ground. Because that's unbelievable that we have gotten to the point now where what I'm seeing is that all we're doing is pointing the finger. Pointing the finger. But I got a finger for you. And it ain't pointing. Y'all out y'all mind.
I'm leaving that alone.
Y'all out y'all mind. How in the hell do you blame all of this on her? So let me kind of put myself in the perspective of how this is going to roll. Oh, I got the answer. Y'all not going to like it, but I got it. I'm telling y'all, you're not going to like it. But the people that are concerned about where we're headed as a community and what we're going to have to pay for, y'all going to love it. The folks that I'm talking to are the folks that are going to have to fix the problem. And remember, I don't think that it starts with blaming this or raising people's trash and telling them that they got to do this and we're going to have to bite the bullet. This starts to me with the waste of monies that you all have been spending for, I wouldn't say just this year, but for years. Did I say years? For years. And if you don't do something about it, that's going to be on you. Because what you don't want to do is make these people mad. Because they should be mad anyway. But Gerod, We need to fix this immediately. Yes, you are correct, Mundo. And if you don't, then you're really going to have somebody you're going to have to answer to. The people of this great city of ours. And I got an answer for that too. So we can get busy. And then you think I'll read it this hour? You don't think I should do it? You think I should wait till next hour?
Yeah. Let the suspense build.
It's hurtful. That's why I'm trying to figure out, should I do it and get it over with? It's hurtful.
I was just wondering what in the world you were doing. I'm happy you pulled that phone.
Oh, I had to get that out of my pocket. I was sitting on it. So
because over from this side, it did not look good.
I don't know.
I did get a text saying that Legends Music replaced Centerplate and now runs the Superdome and the Smoothest King Center.
I can't hear you. Word you're saying.
No. I got a text saying that Legends Music replaced Centerplate and now runs the Superdome and the Smoothie King Center.
Legends?
Yeah. Legends Music.
Okay. Well, be a legend for real. Get that money back. Get that money back. What you say, Mr. Elmo?
Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Good. How you doing?
Oh man, John, maybe you could explain something because I really don't understand. When you don't know, you just don't know. I listened to Oliver. I really appreciate listening to him this morning, and he said something that really struck me. And he said that, and it caught me by surprise when he said it. He said that one time the mayor, that one time did the mayor, as he know it, talk with him. Like you could, like any other leader, especially when you want to work together. He said they did it in the past with his mentors who helped him become where he was. He said it was always customary to talk with the man would invite you to the office, or she'd come to you. But not one time. I mean, it was like there was no relationship. And that's what I hear people, leaders say, Democrat, Republicans at the state, federal level. To me and you to have some type of dialogue, me and you have to talk. We have to really talk, try to iron out some things, try to get some type of common ground. But look like the way we got to where we are right now, we're going to point fingers, rightfully so. But my God, I mean, no one, I'm sure Oliver, the way he spoke, that he kind of like was saying, let's talk, let's see what we can do before it gets where it is. And nobody seemed maybe she was on La La Land, Alien Land, Moon Land, or whatever. They didn't quite understand what was going down because she trusted the people who was doing the things that she picked as positions. I mean, I just don't know, man.
So your question is what?
No, I'm not. I'm just talking. I'm not asking for a question. I'm saying what I'm saying. It looks like it should have never got this far. And where were the checks and balances? I'm sure we had checks and balances. Nobody could just be spending money and don't know what you got coming in, because when I look at the news, and for what I've seen, and you can't say they're perfect because they're not, but basically the news was saying that the previous CEO, that Montano, that left, he basically said, we got some issues, but it's not bad, but we're going to have some money to play with. That's basically, didn't seem like more than 6 months ago for what they were saying. So I'm saying, how did we get where we got right now?
Somebody was lying.
Well, that's the point.
Yeah. I mean, that's a no-brainer. Somebody was lying. And my whole point is, when y'all gonna come forth and tell who's lying? Because right now we looking like it just disappeared.
Right. Well, look, this is what I heard. I heard Jeruso, and he made a comment that
who did
the whole discussion. Jeruso was talking basically saying they already been audited and they had another opinion from the state. But what he said was that the hold up of some of that money is the FEMA money that they was intending to get.
$100 million.
Get that. Trump ain't getting the city. You know what? You know he ain't giving the city nothing, and you know the state ain't gonna help us.
Okay, that's another $100 million.
Well, put it this way: I don't see the governor helping us one bit. He's on the same line with Trump, and Trump ain't giving cities squat that's a blue city.
Right.
Now we may be a red state, but we're a blue city.
Okay.
So I'm just wondering. I don't really have faith that we'll get that FEMA money, and I don't have no confidence that the state will give us anything. And I could be wrong.
No, we're not getting that from them. And the other part of that, which is not being stated, is that's restricted money. You can't use that for just anything. That's restricted money.
And I appreciate you saying that, because I had an idea it was that way, but sometimes you have to get another opinion and listen to people, and you said it correct. Yeah. You just can't do that money kind of way you want.
Right. FEMA money is always restricted money.
Yes, sir.
So, I love Oliver, and I love, what he's trying to say. But there's only certain things you can do with that money. You can't just use that money. Not only that, even if you outline it and say, this is what we're going to do with it, this is where we're going to put it, and you don't do it, you still got to call FEMA and tell them what you're going to do, and you're going to get a reprimand for not doing what you said you're going to do with it. So they're going to take back some of that money for that reason. There's a fee that goes along with that.
You know what? You made a very good point, because they're very restrictive. And if you don't spend it, for what I understood, Chief, if you don't spend it in a certain period of time, they want it back, don't they?
Yep. You have to request an extension. You surely do. You are correct there, Mundo, my friend.
Well, guess what? We're in a heap of trouble, brother.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, somebody got to figure it out. That's why I wrote what I wrote, because I wrote this when I wrote this this commentary. It brings all that up, calls names out, and I got a solution for the city of New Orleans. I'm talking about the people. Got a solution for you, and they're not gonna like it. I'm talking about the administration. They're not gonna like it, but sometime I need to let you know. I'm gonna be like a couple of the rappers that I know. Sometimes you just got to pop out and show them. And that's what we're going to do.
Brother, I said it more one time. I ain't blowing smoke over you know what, but I always feel that it wasn't for you. I get information that I ain't going to get nowhere else, brother.
Well, and sometimes you got to just let everybody know. They're not going to talk about it. I know the news station ain't going to talk about it because...
No, they don't tell us the truth.
And the news station ain't going to talk about it because there's such well, I mean, I'll just go ahead on and say it. There's such a relationship between one of the news stations and Montano.
Right.
His girlfriend is the anchor. And she's the one that edits the newscast.
Oh, well.
Duh.
You don't need a big wall. Look, you don't need a big wall before you understand that.
Yep. So I know that they don't know that I know that, but I do.
Well, thank God you do.
So, all right, Mr. Elmo, let me take these calls.
All right, brother. Appreciate you, brother. Thanks for the information. Thank you, brother.
All right. Donald. Donald?
Hey, my brother.
Oh, man, where you been?
Where you been?
Sitting right here in this chair.
I was looking for you. Then I realized I caught you one day. But look, man, that dude ran out of here so quick. It was a shame,
And got a golden parachute job.
Where?
At the Audubon Institute.
You boy, what?
I just don't know how we reward incompetence.
But I didn't hear your commentary though.
I haven't done it yet.
But let me tell you, he knew things wasn't right because he's a CEO.
Yep.
Yep. When they start cutting them contracts, okay?
Mm-hmm.
First they cut some of them contracts. I'm not talking about the trash contract. I'm talking about them other contracts.
Yep.
You know, and that organization for the police, what they get? How many million they gave them?
160.
They gave 160 million.
Mm-hmm. Plus overtime, which is another 40.
No, I'm talking about that organization.
Yeah. You're talking about the police department. Yeah. They gave them 160 million.
Not the police department.
Oh, you're talking about the foundation.
I'm talking about that organization supposed to be supporting.
I think a lot of their money comes in through nonprofits. So I'm not certain about the police foundation.
Yeah, the police organization. You know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
They gave them several million.
Huh?
They gave them some millions too.
Probably. We're gonna bring all that up. All that's coming up.
Well, what time you gonna do that?
That's what Wick tried to tell me to do next hour. He said, don't do it this hour, do it next hour.
All right, I'm gonna be listening.
All right.
I'll be listening.
Good to hear from you.
Yeah. Well, why you moved to 4:00?
That's what they wanted me to move to? Is that a good reason?
Oh, I got you. I got you. It ain't gonna stop nothing, no.
Nope. Nada. Nada. And then look, I get the people when they're getting off work.
Oh yeah, that's right. You have a lot more audience, you know. You take care, brother.
You too. Good to hear from you. All right, Donald. Man, I'm looking at this commentary, boy. How many minutes that gonna take me to read? Good Lord. Ain't gonna take but about 5 minutes. I'm surprised you don't want me to read this thing this hour. But I will tell y'all one thing. I'm tired. I'm tired. And I agree with everybody that's saying, you know what? It's becoming too expensive to live in this little medium market city that we call home. Got to pay attention to that. Michael.
Hello. How are you? It's been so long since we had a last discussion.
Oh, okay. How you doing?
I'm doing well. I gotta say I'm doing pretty well, Gerard. And sorry I haven't spoken to you in quite some years. I haven't called in too much, but I have to get a feel of the city because a lot of my money goes to New Orleans as a tourist now, as a pure tourist. Okay? Pure tourist. I've stayed in 16 different hotels in just the first quarter alone.
Mm-hmm.
This past weekend, I spent about $1,000 on just restaurants, and that's not even an exaggeration.
Well, you must have been full.
Yes, I'm not going to give and one of our favorite establishments in going, I would give one plug to Chapter 4 because it's one of our favorite places to go on Monday before we go catch the flight out.
Mm-hmm.
But
so where are you? Where are you?
I reside. I go there often. I go for the football games.
Oh, okay. So you're out of state.
I'm out of state.
Okay.
I'm out of state. I used to live there before the event.
Okay.
And before the event, I worked at City Hall, you could say. I never went back to City Hall. They wanted me to go back. I guess they called to say. I don't think they wanted me to go back. And that was back during Mr. Nagin's regime.
And the Nagin regime?
Yeah, way back then. We used to talk. I talked to you from Europe one time.
Okay.
So I want to ask this, Mr. Stevens, is that all the stuff It never changes in New Orleans. That just confounds my mind. It never changed. The same talk, the same people that had arguments back when I used to call maybe 10 years ago with you, maybe even longer than that. The Perez family, this family, contracts. I venture seldom out the French Quarter, but nothing has changed except for the lights out being out on Julia Street and stuff like that. You know, that warehouse district, I think it's called. The lights are out now. French Quarter is pretty cleaned up. Ivy Waste is doing a great job, but I guess there's some people mad about Ivy Waste because I thought it was like Ivy Waste. I'm like, I told my wife, there's needle collections over here. Wow, everybody's doing heroin in the French Quarter now. I didn't know what Ivy Waste was. So, what I'm asking you, Mr. Stevens, I'm asking you a very basic question: is do you project any serious changes coming into New Orleans East, Gentilly, where my wife and I, with a posse, we're coming out there for Halloween, because Halloween starts on a Thursday. So the next 4 years, we're going to be bringing friends from across this nation to come to New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
But we are very fearful about leaving the quarters. The only parts of New Orleans we go to will be warehouse district and maybe some parts, I guess, down Magazine or St. Charles. Parts, not very far off the.
To do what?
The lot.
When you said leaving, so to go do what?
Eat.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's not a. I think if you look anything with crime going down, it is. I mean, they got some very nice restaurants outside of the French Quarter and CBD areas. Very nice restaurants.
But what I'm asking specifically is, have you seen any changes pre and post Katrina? Because it was pre-Katrina when I stayed there. Things have not changed, and that's what frustrates me. And everybody runs on the same dang deal every year.
So let's answer that question. Has there been because that's a broad question. So
that's a broad question, yeah.
So what have I seen change? On the negative, I would say that I've seen the loss of 3,500 folks in 1 year. And I think that has been going on now for at least 3 to 4 years because of the cost of living going up here. Then you're also seeing the middle class
is going up everywhere, even where I am right now. The cost of living is going up. They're regentrifying. Is that the word? That's been going on for a couple of decades.
Yeah. So the middle class has moved.
Big old houses.
And I don't think that you'll be prosperous as far as making a whole bunch of money or having new business when you're looking at your middle class that gets up and leaves. So there's a stigma, if I can use that word correctly, that you're either in the working class that's making some money or you're in the working class that's poor. I don't know where the middle market went.
The middle market left.
Yep.
To go live in other suburbs outside of other places being gentrified, whatever you want to call that word.
So that part there makes me go, you're going to see a change, and it has. You've seen a change.
Okay. And I'm gonna say this last part. On this last part, so I'll let you go and maybe listen to some callers. Thank you for the service you do. I wish I could do more. I do all I can. I don't spend no money in Jefferson. I don't spend no money except for Orleans. And I like to support Black businesses.
Yeah.
Where I feel I'm safe to go to. Okay. But I went to Hotel St. Marie. That's going to be, I'm not giving a plug out to them because I had a bad room. But that's in where they used to have on the few blocks away from, they have a Popeyes on St. Charles, and then you have Hotel St. Marie, and you have another establishment. But behind that, they have a whole condominium complex that's thriving, building. I saw a lot of out-of-state licenses.
So
that
I tell
are
you what,
building it.
and I don't want to cut you off here, but the guy got my producer got the music running here.
Yeah, I got you.
Give me a minute. I'll play my commercials, and I'll come back and answer that for you. All right.
All right. Thank you.
Thank
Take
you, Mike.
care.
Appreciate you, man. Take care. All right, more coming up, y'all. We got to take a break.
Bayou Road is the place to be. Nano's Kids Cuisine and Pastries.
Sunday nights just got hotter. DJ Wick is live and Nano's Cajun Cuisine for the throwback. Throw down! October 26th from 7 to 10. Old school hip hop and R&B. Good vibes and WBOK in the building. Don't miss it!
Wake up your taste buds at Inner City Brews and Bistro, home of the one-of-a-kind peach cobbler pancakes. Start your day with our soulful breakfast favorites. Then come back for bold cocktails and those oh-so-good Creole flavors that always hit just right. In the heart of Tremay, every bite feels like home. Doors open at 8:30 a.m. and find us at 1401 St. Bernard Avenue. Inner City Brews and Bistros, uniquely New Orleans, deliciously unforgettable.
Hi, this is Cary Grant. Let's elevate every Tuesday through Thursday from 6 to 7 p.m. as we discuss the community, the country, and the world, from politics to current events and sports. We look forward to your input and continuing the quality programming on your community station, WBOK. Join us every Tuesday through Thursday, 6 to 7 p.m. on Elevated Conversations, the Arnie and Cary Show.
The NAACP New Orleans branch invites you to our 2025 Freedom Fund Banquet and Awards Ceremony, a night to uplift and celebrate. Join us Saturday, November 1st from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. at Xavier University's Center Grand Ballroom. Through your support, dollars fund scholarships, youth programs, and vital community projects. It's keeping the struggle to preserve civil rights current and vigorous. For tickets and information, call 504-460-7765.
Uptown, downtown. Wherever you are, keep it locked in to WBOK.
Here we go. The reality check on WBOK 1230 AM.
All right, folks, welcome back. So let me go back to what you were saying beforehand. And Mike, thanks for the call. I know you're out of state, but it seems to me that you have an interest in this being your home. And your question was about sometimes when we start looking at development, we got to understand what the development is about. And a lot of these new developments that are going up, all of us want to see new development. But when you're starting to put new development in areas that you'd be wondering, why are they doing new development over there? They can't support it. That, my friend, is a piece of gentrification. Because if I put something that's expensive to live, a new development, expensive to work, I got parking, I got all these different things. You see the streets getting fixed. You see a different type of person in your neighborhood that is coming to work. That ain't for you. That's to get you to move out, because it's going to become too expensive for you to live in. So that's what that type of development is. That's why you saw that new building. And you're wondering, what in the world are we doing a new building? Because that's to get you to move. Now, your property taxes are going to go up. You just ask somebody that has a house in the lower ninth ward when the majority of those homes, when they were first built by working men and women, probably average $80,000, $90,000. Average. Now you build a house in the Lower Ninth Ward, and that house, like those houses that were built for those folks that was supposed to be modern, economic, eco-friendly, and all of this other stuff, those houses were worth somewhere supposedly between $250,000 and $300,000. So what is that going to do? Oh, I got a new house, but you can't afford the taxes. Not only can you not afford the taxes, when something go wrong with it, you can't afford to get it fixed. That's why a lot of them just falling apart. Not only can you not do those two things, you're also looking around, and the MLS, that is what all of our folks that are selling real estate go by to put a price tag on the next home that's up for sale. You live in an area where the average homeowner is going to spend $200,000-$300,000. Well, remember what I said with those houses, they were worth somewhere between $80,000-$90,000. If I can't afford a $100,000 house at a $200,000 or $300,000 house, you're now pricing me out of an area that is supposed to have been meant for me. Sometimes you just got to think about those things and look at them for what they are. George.
Man, how you doing, bro?
What's going on?
You got me holding on because I'm waiting for you to start reading. But until you start reading, bro, I want to talk about something up on Claiborne Avenue.
Okay.
Starbucks.
On Claiborne up near Washington?
Yeah. Starbucks. I looked up there and said, man, Negroes just don't know what's fixing to happen. They got a Starbucks in the neighborhood.
Starbucks been there for years.
Starbucks ain't been there. It's been there for a minute, but it ain't been no years. But
It's been a couple of years. Starbucks. You talking about the Starbucks like you're going uptown on Claiborne, like going to Napoleon.
I'm talking about at Starbucks. That's the only one over there that when you come
it's
off
been
the
there for years.
You right
George.
2 block corners.
George, it's been there for years.
Okay, then I'm gonna go with you that it's been there for years, right? Because I know I haven't seen it, but I've seen it for a minute. It's been there for a minute, but it ain't been there in my mind for years.
It's been there several years now.
All right. In my mind, I ain't been used to seeing it there no several years. When I finally saw it, it's kind of like Starbucks up on that part of Esplanade close to Claiborne Avenue. I think that's Esplanade. Or why do you have Harris Teeter? Is that what it is? Joe Billy Bob Warehouse that just opened up on Canal Street, close to the VA hospital.
You talking about Trader Joe's?
I'm talking about in the same vein of conversation that you're talking about. When you see things start appearing in your community that are
you talking about Tulane Avenue at Claiborne?
Huh?
You talking about Tulane Avenue? Tulane Avenue didn't change altogether.
Yeah, and
they got rid of Anita's.
Ain't nothing but dirt.
Nothing but dirt.
Ain't nothing but dirt. And so I was just accenting on the part of the conversation when you see things start appearing in your community, right?
The first thing that you got to remember that's going to appear in your community at all times that's going to make your community change is those bike trails. Because they took that money from the federal government. Yeah, the bike lanes. I
love it.
They took that money from the federal government to change your pathways into bike trails. So we have bikes and we ride bikes, but we don't ride them like other folks do.
Bruh, you know what I wanted to say for that brother who just called up and gave you his 30-year-old analogy of what he thinks the city of New Orleans is? I want him to know that white people are walking their dogs at 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning in communities that when I left here 30 years ago, and when I first got back here about 14, 15 years ago, and I started looking around at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning and seeing white people walking with comfort and ease through communities where I remember they wouldn't even go in daylight with a patrol car. And my whole reality of what New Orleans started changing of what I really thought I understood and saw. When white people are walking in the streets in some neighborhoods that I wouldn't even go into sometimes at certain times in the morning, right? This community has changed from what that brother think he knows, what he think he knows about what this city is, and what he keeps saying the word gentrification, which I don't use that word. I call it repatriation, because gentrification is an easy word that we use to describe the change. But when you repatriating yourself, you look at the last election and you understand why white people stick together, because they're coming back to claim their power. That's repatriation. That's not gentrification. And I know I'm going to have a whole lot of argument about that. I ain't worried about the foolish argument. It's the fact of what we're seeing. You labeled it out. When we start seeing significant changes in our community, and you know what other thing black people don't know, bro? Black people don't know what low medium income is to qualify for grants that you think are only supposed to be for poor people. The reality of those grants that you can have to qualify for, you can make over $200,000 a year and get that same grant Granny used to get.
Mm-hmm.
That same grant Granny used to apply for and get, and she ain't had no money. By federal standards, now you can make over $200,000 a year and get a poor people grant for you, get you a house or fix your house.
Okay.
You don't even have to be poor no more. And so that's part of what the Repatriation Act does. Y'all call it gentrification. They can come in now because they can buy their way in now. Mm-hmm. But before I get off the radio, bruh, again, if I ain't listening to WBOK all day long, if I ain't listening to George G. Man Stevens, and if I ain't listening to Wick on the backboard, I'm not going to only miss out on some stuff. I'm going to miss out on some black facts I need to know.
All right, there, George. Talk to you later,
brother. It ain't about poor people. It's about people with money.
All right, there, money man.
Bye. Love you.
More coming up, folks. News is next.
From the campus of Xavier University, WBOK Go and Equity Media Station.
I'm Amber Payton with BIN News Now. Cincinnati police are investigating KKK flyers found in several neighborhoods, sparking outrage among residents. The flyers included hate messages and a link to a Klan website. The mayor condemned the act as outside hate targeting the city, while police work to find those responsible. Former Black Today show host Bryant Gumbel was hospitalized Monday after a medical emergency at his Manhattan home. Details remain unclear, but a family member says the lung cancer survivor is, quote, okay, end quote. Gumbel, who is 75, hosted Today for 15 years and later led HBO's Real Sports. And Chicago City Council has begun hearings on Black Mayor Brandon Johnson's 2026 budget, which aims to close a $1 billion deficit. The plan includes a $40 per employee head tax on large companies, which Alderman Anthony Beale calls a job killer. The city's CFO also revealed plans to add slot machines at O'Hare and Midway airports. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Here we go. The reality check on WBOK 1230 AM.
All right, folks, welcome back. Can you believe that? I'm watching the television at the same time, y'all. I'm sorry, I'm just changing the direction, but I'm watching the television today, and they're talking about the young lady that was walking with either her brother or somebody at 8 o'clock this morning, going on the bus stop, and somebody drove up on her and shot him and killed a 16-year-old girl and just left him there. Like, what in the world is going on when you shooting a 16-year-old girl that's supposed to be going to school on her way to the bus stop? Sad. So, we're in the next hour. So I wrote commentary last night. And then as I was sleeping after I wrote the commentary, I woke up in the middle of the night and said, there's a line of action that goes along with this commentary. I'm going to tell you about that in a minute. But let me go ahead on and give you all this commentary because I don't want to be just holding y'all up because you're waiting for it. Because that's what George was trying to tell me without saying it. So living in New Orleans is not only crazy expensive, but it's like common sense ain't so common anymore. My mom always talks to us and tells us about living above your means because you would always end up trying to catch up. No one would ever believe our catch up would go from 65 million to 100 million to 165 million. And now we have the audacity to add another 100 million to this 165 million, which takes us to 265 million. How did we get here? And no one denied there were no warning memos, emails, notifications. And if need be, you should have been sending up smoke signals. We, the people, should be calling this what it is. This, in my opinion, is malfeasance in office. And someone should be responsible for this cluster, you know what. This is not a mistake, a slip of the pen, miscalculations, or just a boo-boo. This is a report that was distributed by Romy Schofield. That was a 100-page report that evidently was not read by those responsible for the city budget, and you keep spending money. I have no issue with concerts coming to town, but why weren't city resources covered by the Smoothie King Center and the promoter for a 2-night sold-out event that I'm hearing that the tickets were $400, $500 to $1,500, and not the city of New Orleans covering, using our resources and not getting anything back? Y'all looking at the taxes? Is that going to be us or is that the state? I remember being the promoter for a sold-out event at the Superdome. At that time, we had SMG Management. They made us come there for a meeting because we had to pay for renting the facility. At that time, it was $75,000. Pay for metal detectors, $25,000, including the wave through detect, the walk through detectors, and the wands. A sound system was $38,000. A company that came from Baton Rouge that rigged the speakers from the roof, we had to pay them $11,000. Staging was for 93 to 96 feet across the floor of the Superdome. Ushers being on every level, you had to pay for that. And ultimately, security inside and out, which it was NOPD. We had to pay for it. And if the city needs to learn how to make money on events, then the management of these state facilities has either have to include our resources at a cost of doing business, or we shouldn't accommodate. Instead of hearing the promoter and somebody tell me, nope, we can't do it, I would have shut this puppy down. You can't be scared to say no. What y'all scared of? Shut it down. Evidently, the other concert goers shut it down. Might been for different reasons, but they won't scared. As we look at the city budget, because of the look of impropriety, our city council and our city administration should not start your cuts with city employees. You should start with city budget contractors or advisors, because some of this advisement seems to be a little flawed. Secondly, consultants from the many departments like Sewage and Water Board, Nothing was really been replaced. There's no new turbines, no pumps, just Band-Aids on the 100-year-old system. I would also look at these paid commissions. How many of them do we have? And why is the city funding commissioners and commissions we will never be a part of? Those are folks that are appointed to these commissions. Many of these commissioners are cush job positions, looking for individuals with status. Where did the $1 billion of drainage money go that you put on Napoleon Avenue, St. Charles Avenue? And by the way, neither of those streets ever flooded during Katrina. There are so many questions. I put this to you and ask, who is responsible for continued misuse of funds? And my assessment, there's one common denominator, and it looks like malfeasance. We, the people that just elected you to represent us for the next 4 years, demand that you subpoena Gilbert Montano and find out the answers on a budget this administration told us was balanced to the last dollar. Those were the words of this mayor. So, as we hear this, we're going to hear it and everybody going to talk about it and say, I can't believe that's what he said on the radio, and then it's going to go away in a day or two. Not by my standards. My standards say this. You are the ones that are going to be the subject of how much can you pay. And it looks like there are going to be more folks that are going to end up leaving the city of New Orleans because you can't afford it. Not that you don't want to be here. It's too much to live here. We talking about taking trash from $24 to $36. Didn't nobody say my service was going to improve, just that you're taking more money out of my wallet. We're talking about people that own businesses, and we're talking about a lot of small businesses that can't afford it, that you're going to now take their trash from $48 to $72 a month. And all I see and hear from our officials sitting on the dais in City Hall is the fact that we're trying to point the finger. Well, I'm tired of pointing fingers. So here's what I'm telling people that we're going to do. You all either call this man, because y'all have subpoena power, call this man to the dais and make him sit down. Because every other official you all have called to city council to have them a grueling time at that desk. Remember, her name was Susan Hudson. You did her. Remember everybody else? You did them. And you got Flip. But y'all quiet as a hoe in the church. Y'all quiet. We can hear rats peeing on cotton. And my point to you is, okay, then let's make you feel the pain too. Because that's your job, to take care of your constituents. You represent your constituents. Now I need to see the representation happen. So, if you can't do it and get this man to answer these questions, remember, you're talking about $100 million extra that has nothing to do with city government. It has everything to do with the federal government. There will be some reports that go into the Inspector General of the states of this united, not of the city of New Orleans, not of the state of Louisiana, but the United States. Because that's federal money. And it ain't no little bit of money in pocket change. We're talking about $100 million. Where that money? So we can ask the feds to come in and take a look at it and let them look at it and say, is this malfeasance in office? The other thing that we can do, just to make sure that you do what you're supposed to do, we're going to start getting these red signs. Y'all remember when the lakefront got tired of the people that lived out there and they were like, pay your taxes because fix my streets because I pay taxes? We going to have red signs that say, bitch, better have my money. We can put whatever we want to underneath that. But I need y'all to know we talking about you. These red signs, I'm going to give you a week. I'm going to give you a week. And then y'all going to see these red signs start popping up on people's property because all they got to do is stop by me and get one. Bitch better have my money. Because I want to know where my money is. I bet you understand that. Y'all have subpoena power. What you afraid of? I want to know about the contracts that will underhook up. I want to know about the money that's missing. I want to know how we got to the point where we can increase all these different contractors' salaries. I want to know what the consultants are getting. And I need to know how you're going to fix this without furloughing the people and cutting the waste that you're bringing up now. The waste. It's a whole bunch of waste. There's people getting money that I guarantee you they ain't doing doo-doo. What you consult? Massive doo-doo.
Spell it.
IT. There. I want to know if y'all supposed to be the folks that are supposed to be looking over didn't y'all, how much money did y'all spend on the Pentalba? How much was that? How much was it to look for that? Was that $800,000 for lawyers? How much did we spend on that? How much did we spend on trying to cut down on the travel for the mayor? What happened and how much was the contract for the new vehicles that's just sitting up in the VA? Yeah, we got new vehicles for the city employees, for the sheriff's department, for the police department that we ain't getting. They just sitting there collecting dust. How much was that? How much was it to fix the wharf? And how did that go? Y'all didn't know this, but a tugboat ran into the wharf. And to get that contract taken care of, that there was some flaws there. I'll just say flaws. Who got that contract? My issue is, and probably wouldn't be an issue if you do what the people ask you to do. Y'all don't know. I know Mean. I'll go over off of Washington Avenue and ask Mean, would you print me up some signs? How much are signs for yard signs? And I'll put every last one of your names on the sign so they'll know who I'm talking to or who they talking to. Bitch better have my money, councilman, whoever, in your district. I got 7 of you. We'll put 7 different names on each sign. And the people that's fed up with me, not only will we put out these signs, but y'all know the last time I got fed up, we had a protest down Canal Street. What you don't want to see is hundreds of people protesting you because you can't get us no answers, but you're trying to tell us that we got to pay for it again. Ain't y'all tired of that? Oh, we messed it up. We broke it, but you going to have to pay for it. No, the hell I ain't. No. I didn't even want to go here. I didn't want to go here at all. And what you don't want me to do is pick up the phone and call my friends at the FBI and tell them about this FEMA money. Because I will. They probably listening now anyway. Y'all know I get monitored. I don't care. These some grown men and women. Y'all put y'all's pants on the same way that I do, one leg at a time, every single day. And you telling me that we supposed to accept this crap? fix it. And I mean quick. And I ain't talking about furloughing the people. Oh, we ain't got enough money to pay payroll. Y'all pay for whatever you want to pay for. And every single time, you telling me we didn't have enough money. Oh, we ain't got enough money. Oh, Lord, we shouldn't do this and we shouldn't do that. But y'all paid for 400 officers for a concert? Man, get up out of here. How much was that? Nobody saying nothing. Oh, don't say nothing. I'm tired of sounding like Mr. Charlie. My tap dance shoes ain't working too well these days. Y'all better talk, and you better subpoena this man. And it didn't make the news either, did it? Y'all didn't see it on the news? Hell no, you ain't see it on the news. His girlfriend is the editor at the TV station, and she the lead anchor, one of the lead anchors. You ain't gonna see that on TV, but you gonna hear it on this radio station. I don't care who you are, because if it was me, y'all would have dragged my ass through the ground by now. I would have been breaking news every hour. Breaking news. Breaking news. Breaking news. Okay, that's your breaking news now. And y'all got to remember something. Just because they're media does not mean that they ain't participating in the cover-up. So that made twice in a month for them. What? It does. It makes it twice. What a weatherman. I'm seeing all them new faces, but what a old one? Has he given anybody an apology? Has he said anything about, oh, I messed up and I apologize to the listenership and the viewers of this station? Mm-mm. But they ain't said nothing. Put it on the website. Man, get up out of here. James.
You got it, brother. Like I got off the phone with you yesterday. I just want to kind of laugh to keep from crying, bro. I want you to give me my props because I had been brought this man's name up as soon as we heard about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I want you to say thank you, James.
Thank you, James.
Yeah, bro. I just got it. You know, I'm trying to be funny, bro, but it's really not.
It really
ain't.
It really ain't funny. That's why I'm like the alternative. There ain't no alternatives for this.
The word that you used today to ask for your monies, your currents, like my auntie would say, my currents, my monies and my currents, is what I wanted to say yesterday when you said what you said to me. Like, this beef, I wish somebody would just open up. But you know what, man? This probably bigger than him. So, you know, I just wanted to say, you know, give me my props, bro.
Thank you,
James. It's a sad day when a novice at politics like myself can look at things for what they are.
Mm-hmm.
They still have not explained to us about how the money was spent and divvied up from Katrina. I'm gonna hold on to that.
I got you.
You know, so you know, this administration that's coming in, Oliver didn't say anything to me that warranted me to be like, well, he knows, but I suspect he knows.
Yep.
So, you know, all of them know. So we damn if we do and we damn if we don't, good people.
I'm giving them a week.
And,
I'm giving them a week.
Man, you can give them two.
I'm giving them a week because they need to know that this ain't these people ain't playing about their money. These people ain't playing about their money. I know I ain't playing about mine.
I guess I didn't listen to my mama and my family get beat down with the same old for so long now.
Okay.
I'm starting to lose hope, bro. Honestly.
Don't lose it yet. Give me a week.
For sure, bro. All right,
James.
I'm watching. Yep.
All right. We got to take the break. Miss Tamika, hold on. Galloway, hold on. I'm coming back. I need to take my break. More next.
This is the Bloomberg Black Business Beat. Kanigra Dion started a YouTube channel during her downtime back in 2019 while she was still working her day job. Today, she's in charge of a full-fledged production house, working with a 50-person team in a 50,000 square foot studio space. The lines between an independent content creator and Hollywood are getting blurred. And Dion says it's people like her that are building the new version of Hollywood.
Every creator that I'm friends with, they truly have employees, they have ideation, everything, like every single part of traditional media, they have a section in that. The only difference is we have learned how to wear multiple hats. I know how to edit, I know how to direct, I know how to do everything. And so I think that's what the biggest growth is that we have learned how to run every single part of the Hollywood business.
Dion there speaking to us at Bloomberg Screen Time in Los Angeles. She recently signed a production deal with Kevin Hart. I'm Bloomberg's Justin Milliner on the Black Business Beat.
Working as a dedicated Fidelity advisor, I always ask, what's important to you? I'll look at those priorities and goals alongside your full financial picture to build a comprehensive plan designed to help grow and protect your wealth. With proactive portfolio insights and an eye on taxes, I'm here to help you make the most of your money. I'm Laura Maxwell, and I'm a dedicated Fidelity advisor. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE, SIPC.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with a Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
New Orleans, are you ready for a voice that says what you're thinking? Who that, you might ask? Arrington Gavin. That's right, I'm your guy, host of the Arrington Gavin Show, giving you so much filled with bold opinions, real conversations, and zero sugarcoating. We're going to be diving into the issues that matter, politics, pop culture, and all the above, unfiltered and unafraid. Catch the Arrington Gavin Show weeknights from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m., Monday through Fridays, right here on WBOK, what New Orleans is talking about.
Wake up your taste buds at Inner City Brews and Bistro, home of the one-of-a-kind peach cobbler pancakes. Start your day with our soulful breakfast favorites. Then come back for bold cocktails and those oh-so-good Creole flavors that always hit just right. In the heart of Tremay, every bite feels like home. Doors open at 8:30 a.m. and find us at 1401 St. Bernard Avenue. Inner City Brews and Bistros, uniquely New Orleans, deliciously unforgettable.
National World War II Museum. Located in the Warehouse District of New Orleans, the National World War II Museum tells the story of America's experience in the war that changed the world, why it was fought, how it was won, and what it means today. Visit them online at www.nationalww2museum.org for time tickets and safety information.
Making a difference in the community. WBOK 1230 AM. Here we go. The reality check on WBOK 1230 AM.
All right, folks, welcome back. Miss Tamika. Miss Tamika?
Sir, how you doing today?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing okay, Mr. Gerard. I'm calling in and I'm Lord, I'm so frustrated with everything that's going on. It doesn't make sense. I got a woosah every single day. I kind of want to backtrack before I speak on, what we're talking about. I kind of want to backtrack. I overheard, was it Tuesday, the councilman meeting, and I believe the CFO, CAO, or whoever the powers that be at City Hall. There was a meeting in regards to the budget and who was at fault, and of course I heard nobody take accountability.
Right.
One side blamed the other. I want to make a disclaimer.
Mm-hmm.
My issue with JP Morrell, because I listened to him Tuesday, and I don't want him to think I'm always just singling him out, but it frustrates me because he was one of those persons that spoke during the questioning of the people on the other side, City Hall. And of course, like I said, he's always very aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when he's speaking to people, it's almost like you feel like he's the principal or the parent or however it is. I don't know who coached him on how to speak to people, how to address things, but he's not good at it at all. I'm gonna say that first.
Mm-hmm.
But I listened to, you know, the meeting. I listened to no one took accountability, which means at the end of the day, the citizens still suffer. The
right.
citizens still have no idea what happened, who was at fault. How can you can't get it back, of course. We all know that this city, New Orleans, makes money. We bring in the money for the entire state, and for whatever reason, we get the pennies while the rest of the parishes, you know, of course, are starting to come up. They're looking really good. Covington, Mandeville, even Kenner and Metairie.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I have to drive through Metairie every single day to get to my place of business. And I'm like, wow, oh, that's nice. That's really nice.
Mm-hmm.
It looks good over here. But my question is, you know, and I'm going to question everyone that's on that council board, every council member, because I guarantee none of them are having a conversation in regards to they won't get paid. I don't think people understand. Like I said, I have been in the medical administrative field for over 20-something years.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel very confident in my job, my career. You know, I'm thankfully, when I moved back home, I knew my worth. I knew the experience, the education that I had in my field. And even though I didn't quite get exactly what I was making on the East Coast, I'm very comfortable with what I demanded
mm-hmm.
and what people saw my worth and accommodated what I was asking for. Again, I don't have a voucher. I pay mortgage, rent, or whatever you want to call it, every month, just like anybody that's getting up every single day, living paycheck to paycheck. You know, I don't know if the council members are getting paid or if there's a discussion that they're not getting paid. But my aggravation is each time there's an issue, even with the government that's going on in D.C., you have people that are not getting paid,
yep.
which means that they're going to be lacking resources to feed their families. They're going to be struggling trying to get food on the table, pay your light bill, your phone bill, your mortgage, your rent, and landlord man,
mm-hmm.
energy man,
mm-hmm.
water bill man, the grocery stores,
the insurance man.
The insurance man, thank you. The phone bill man, they don't accept vouchers.
Nope.
You know, the working class, middle class, even the lower income people who are truly struggling in the rural areas, which for the life of me, I will never understand how they vote for someone that absolutely does not have their best interests at heart.
Right.
I will never understand how our government, our city hall, our council member people, how do you expect people to live and survive? You guys did with whatever you did with the $160 million, and instead of blaming this one, trying to, you know, oh no, I didn't do it, she did it. Oh no, y'all both are at fault, because at the end of the day, those meetings that no, I ain't meeting with them. Oh no, I ain't got to show them. Or we ain't taking her calls because we don't like calls. Or the bottom line is every excuse that I heard from both sides.
Sound like little kids.
End of the day,
sound like little kids.
I'm sorry.
They sound like little kids arguing. Yeah.
Wait, I didn't hear you.
No, I said they sound like little kids arguing. But go ahead. I'm sorry I interrupted you.
They sound like little kids arguing, and at the end of the day, it does not benefit anyone in this city.
Nope.
I wish I do my best to share. I wish more people would take the time to subscribe and listen to your program so they can be more informed, be more educated. I'm tired of our city being so laid back that you just allow, like you said, whatever's on the WWL-TV, WDSU, y'all just take it for what it is. Oh, okay, well, that's what they said. No. Stop dragging your feet. Stop feeling like we pay taxes. We pay taxes.
Yep.
And everyone is struggling. Everyone is living paycheck to paycheck. Whether you got a good career, a mediocre career, whether you're working 2 jobs, we're all struggling, working paycheck to paycheck. So for them to just say, oh, well, the city workers are possibly they're going to be furloughed, they're not going to get paid. They sound just like the fool that's in D.C. in the Republican Party that's making a mockery of what their jobs really are.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all serve the people. The people. You are in office for the people. The people pay taxes. The people pay federal taxes, state taxes. We want to know what in the world is going on. We don't care at this point who is at fault. Fix it. Fix it fast and get these people the paychecks that they deserve, that they wake up every day to go to work for, so they can pay their bills, so they're not homeless, so they're not destitute. This is ridiculous.
I'm getting you a sign. I'm getting you a sign. That's all I know.
I'm at a point now, and I hate to say it, I don't want to go, but I feel like I want to leave my city. I feel like at this point, Tamika, you can visit. Just go back wherever and visit. But then I would be giving up on my family, who I love, and I stayed away for so many years, and I enjoy being back home. I enjoy the culture. I enjoy the food. I enjoy everything, and I love and I brag about my city. But what disgusts me, one thing I will say, and I can't quote him directly, but I can interpret some of the things that he was saying. Mr. Geruso was on the program the other morning, and there was a gentleman, I think Reverend Calhoun, he had a question in regards to just what's going on with everything is so expensive. And, he wasn't directly answering his question, but he did drop it in there where he said, well, this ain't 2012 no more, so we can't expect the prices to be what it was back then. No, we're not dummies. We can't expect the prices to be what they were, I guess, pre-COVID. Mm-hmm. But one thing I know for sure, or pre-Katrina, but one thing I know for sure, this city, these citizens do not make the type of money, whether you're receiving vouchers or you're going to work every day. No one makes the type of money to just throw $1,800 a month, $2,200 a month to rent out someone's home.
Right.
That's ridiculous. Yeah. It's ridiculous. And at this point, you're laughing in our face. You're basically allowing the developers or whomever that's coming here to buy your buildings, property. You guys are, I guess you're promoting other people to come and move to the state. Well, yeah, in New York, they're used to paying for rooms. Mm. They're used to paying $800 for a room, and they don't know nobody else in that house. But every person puts in $800 for a room and shares a kitchen in the living room. They're not family. They're just random strangers who are okay with, in New York, paying $800 for a room. Not a room, a private room, just a little four-corner room. Mm-hmm. We are not New York.
No.
We keep allowing developers to come down here, buy our property. Great. Y'all got the money. You can buy property. That's beautiful. But where is our city government, our city officials that are saying, listen, that's not for our people? Who are y'all promoting, these ridiculous prices for rent and other things? Who are y'all promoting it for? Yeah. The people that live out of town?
Well, I can tell you, though, Tamika, is they struck a nerve with me on this one. And
I know, and I'm happy I heard you. I've been listening ever since I left work. I work for LSU, and I've been listening.
But I gotten to the point now where I'm like, okay, so this is going to call for action, and that's where I am right now.
So.
I'm tired of the finger pointing.
That's where we at.
I'm just tired of the finger pointing. Y'all better have my money. You better have my money and tell me how you're going to fix this.
we're going to be protesting.
Yep.
And it ain't going to just be for some no kings
Nope.
and all that foolery.
Yep.
It ain't going to just be for that.
So,
the people are tired.
Yeah.
The people are struggling. I'm tired of hearing about friends, family members that are leaving, and they're trying to escape. They don't want to leave. They're heartbroken.
Yep.
Why do I have to leave my city that I was raised here?
Yeah.
I was brought up here.
So.
My family's here.
But look, I got to take these other calls. I got a lot of
I know you do.
everybody.
I know you do. Go
But
ahead.
I hear your
I'm gonna hang up
frustration.
and
I don't want to
listen.
be disrespectful to you because
no,
I know you got it on.
Sure.
I know you got it
I
on. But
understand.
we
I'm gonna hang up and listen.
Don't think that this is the end of the conversation. This is just the beginning.
I know. I'm listening every day, and I'm with
you
you.
got one of the first signs.
I'm there. Wherever the call is for action, I'm there because this is serious.
You got one of the first signs that I'm gonna print up. Yeah.
Okay, I'm ready.
Tamika, thank you, baby. I appreciate the call. Thank you.
Always.
All right.
Have a good evening.
You too, dear. All right, Galloway.
What's going on, Brother G? How you doing, man?
Good, man.
Hey, man, I hear it in your voice, brother. I want you to go on top of City Hall. Don't drop no dime. I want you to drop one of them manhole covers on it. Bust it wide open. Blow this thing up, brother. It has to. Because I'm telling you, Brother Gerard, I've watched every single one of those city council meetings. And every single one of your callers, you can tell we all on the same page.
Mm-hmm.
This finger pointing, this and that. Listen, the election is over with. Y'all screwed up. You don't want to admit who did it? Find somebody to fix it within yourself. You got to remember, just about the entire city council is coming back.
So guess who I'm gonna ask me to help? Guess who I'm gonna ask to help me fix this?
The people.
Yeah, I'm that too, but I'm just saying one individual in particular.
Alonzo Knox.
Him? Well, let me say two individuals. Alonzo Knox been on this, boy. He been on this. But guess who else I'm asked?
Who is that?
Frank Janusa.
Oh boy.
He ran for mayor. And only thing that I've heard from other folks that were running for mayor, is that this man is a certified CPA, and I want to ask him to come up with a plan on how this thing can be fixed, since nobody else seems to be telling me how they're going to fix it. But what I don't want here in that plan, I don't want to hear about furloughs. I don't want to hear about people that got fired, and I don't want to hear about we don't have no money to pay for the rest of the year people's salaries. So I'm going to call him. I'm going to call him. Look, I know somebody done called him. Ever since I done said this, somebody probably called him and said that, he'll do it, because I know that I couldn't interview him as a candidate because of the laws that we have to follow. But guess what? He's not that person no more, so I can call him. Come on up in here with a plan.
I'm telling you, Gerard, I've not heard one iota of a plan from that city council.
The only plan that I've heard was about furloughing folks, firing folks, putting people on notice that we can't pay you. I'm like, wait a minute. Y'all enjoyed the money, and now it's like we all got drunk and drunk up all the money. Now all the money gone. We ain't got no more alcohol, and everybody getting sober. Okay.
But is that really going to fix it, furloughing and putting people on notice? That's just going to add more to the daily stress of the life of the average working person.
Yep.
That's all that's doing.
Because remember something, this budget is not over right now. This budget that we talking about, it's not over. It starts next year.
And guess what you got coming up? Not only Halloween, you got Bayou Classic coming up.
Bayou Classic, Christmas.
And then you got the Christmas, all that stuff coming up.
Christmas in the
so
Oaks.
Because now you're going to run up again against the police overtime. Mm-hmm. And, when I heard that today about one side said they didn't even have a budget for the police. The other side said it was $47,000. Then it come out to be $45 million. You mean somebody got to show me the hours that accumulated $45 million of overtime. Mm-hmm. You got to show me that. Now, guess what? The National Guard is getting ready to come in. Who's going to pay for that?
The state.
It's a lot going on that these folks refuse to sit down and talk to each other. You can tell that throughout that whole administration, the city council and the mayor's office was nowhere near coming to any agreement on just about anything.
So one of the questions that I would like to ask at the dais, whenever they have the city council meetings, is how many times have you all had a meeting with Montero outside of him coming to a city council meeting? How many times have you gone to his office, or has he come to you all? Now, I know that all of them can't go at the same time to have a meeting, because by law, if all of them do, then that's a quorum. If they got more than 3, that's a quorum, and that would be against the law. But he can go to them. Just repeat it. Get 2 of them at the same time. Instead of having 7 meetings, have them two at the same time. Then you got 3 or 4 meetings.
Brother Gerard, I really believe some folks were stealing. We'll never figure out who was stealing what.
Galloway, I got to call this what this is. This is malfeasance in office. And honestly, for those who don't understand that part, this is right down stupid.
Very.
You trying to tell me I elected a grown man and a grown woman that has a degree or got a law degree or whatever, and y'all can't balance the budget and stick to it and add all this money, and then you got somebody in office, that we let just take advantage of the whole situation, and then he got out with a golden parachute. He got a job now for $400,000 a year.
And then you elect the head of the city council, who claims that she just didn't know anything. You know, today, whoever the city was trying to borrow money from, they told him that you can't borrow the money because you're a municipality.
Yep.
So I don't know who they was trying to borrow that money from. And she was like, oh, I'm like, I knew that.
But let me tell you something. That what's going to happen here, and when you hear this, you're going to be like, uh-oh, he was telling the truth. Wait until you hear the bond rating for the city. It used to be A. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes down to C or D. That means we won't be able to borrow money from no other entity.
Listen, Gerard,
that's just like having a bad credit report.
You giving them a C and D. I'm saying an F, because you got to understand, $160 million in debt size of a city. That is just kind of like we just doing whatever we want to, and nobody is reading anything. You have these city council meetings, and nobody has figured out how much money we're spending monthly.
And there was a 100-page report that was given to each one of them by Romy Schofield.
And who read it?
That's what she asked. Who read my report?
There you go. Now, that right there, because you know how the media is going to twist it. That's what I believe these meetings are for. It's not to fix anything.
But I really think that the media has been doing a terrible job with reporting this, because there's no immediacy about this. There's nobody that's saying, oh, my God, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? And putting the pressure on those folks that have the control on what we're going to do about our money.
Brother Gerard, WBOK, before the election got hot and heavy, was the only people talking about the budget. The media did not pick up the budget crisis until after the election, and now they're putting out these little 3 to 5 minute TikTok videos. They're spinning this to point fingers at Cantrell's administration.
Mm-hmm.
That is their goal. They're trying to make it seem like Moreno is walking into a burning kitchen. She was in the kitchen while it was burning.
And
She's just as guilty. It's the administration that they're trying to point the finger. But as I said, nobody has came up with a plan.
Yep.
I'm still waiting on a plan. And trust me, that sign you're talking about,
yep,
I got mine already.
Yep.
Uh-huh. You have a good one, brother. Thanks for taking my call.
All right, Galloway. Talk to you. All right, we got more coming up, folks. Mr. Buddy, hold on. We're coming back. Last few minutes of the show coming up next.
AURN News.
Another Trump nominee is out, this time over racist text messages. Paul Ingrassia, the president's pick to lead the Office of Special Counsel, withdrew his nomination after a Political report revealed messages where he called Martin Luther King Jr. Day a holiday that should be, quote, tossed into the seventh circle of hell, and even described himself as having a Nazi streak. The text sparked outrage on Capitol Hill, with several Republican senators, some of Trump's closest allies, refusing to support him. Senate Majority Leader John Thune said he's not going to pass. Wisconsin Senator Ron Johnson added it never should have gotten this far. Ingrassia, who currently serves as a White House liaison to the Department of Homeland Security, called the messages satirical humor and suggested that he might have been manipulated. Still, Democrats are demanding he be fired from his current role, calling his comments racist and disqualifying for public service. For AURN News, I'm Ebony McMorris.
Hey, this is D. Riley from the 90s Hits R&B Jams. Make sure you listen to WBOK 1230 AM every Saturday night from 7 until 9 p.m. I'll be giving you the best R&B jams from the 90s. That's right, all your favorites and more. With me, D. Riley, your host of the 90s Hits, right here on WBOK 1230 AM. Or listen online at WBOK1230.com. WBOK, the station you listen to longer.
Tired of the impersonal, one-size-fit-all style of banking? You deserve a bank that delivers exceptional service and personalized attention to your needs. That's the Home Bank Standard. Since 1908, Home Bank has been a trusted financial partner for businesses and families because we go the extra mile to help you reach your goals. See for yourself why Home Bank is good for business, good for life. Stop by any New Orleans area location or find out more at home24bank.com. Home Bank, member FDIC.
Late night and still hungry? We've got you. Strong drinks, old school jams, and plates that hit every time. From breakfast classics to flavors that feel like home. Cool vibes, fast service, and the party doesn't stop till you do. This Saturday night, we're keeping it live till 2 a.m. Pull up to 2517 Bayou Road. Nano's is the place to be. Good food, good music, good people. Come hungry, leave happy.
You've got responsibilities, but that doesn't mean your dreams are on hold. At Southern University at New Orleans, our evening and weekend college is designed with your life in mind. Finish your degree, start a new one, on your time, your degree, your schedule. No excuses, just opportunity. Visit suno.edu and make your next move today.
Meet Leanna, a part-time chef and full-time mom. In the past, Leanna didn't have health insurance because she didn't think she could afford it. What she didn't realize is she qualified for Medicaid. She loves the coverage and peace of mind that comes with high-quality care. The kind of care you get with Healthy Blue. This is Medicaid, and it's for more people than you think. Maybe even you. To see if you qualify, go to myhealthybluela.com.
Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Jennifer Avegno, Health Director for the City of New Orleans. It's flu season, so now's the time to roll up your sleeves and get your flu shot. Flu cases are on the rise and affect every age. From handshakes to friendly hugs to touching infected surfaces, the flu can be transmitted to anyone, anywhere. Don't let the flu sideline you from all the fun things you love about our city. Getting your flu shot is one of the easiest things you can do to protect yourself. Be flu ready, NOLA, and get your flu shot today. Visit healthyheartcpp.org to learn more.
If someone asks, let them know you listen to WBOK. Here we go. The reality check on WBOK 1230 AM.
All right, folks, just a few minutes before we get into Mr. Arnie and Mr. Carey coming in at the top of the hour. Mr. Buddy. Mr. Buddy.
Hello, George.
There he is.
Well, I heard all the outrage being spoken, and I watched the city budget council meeting today with the CAO, Mr. Joe Threat, and the financial people. And I listened to OT and JP make the comments, and these are the three things that I got out of it.
Okay.
OT said he's right with Trump and the Republicans in charge of the budget in Washington, D.C. they're not taking too kindly to handouts. And Landry is a Republican in Baton Rouge, and he's not too enamored about Democrats either. And the Democrats have been in charge of this city for 154 years, mayor. And it's going to be 158 with Marino. It might be 162 if she gets elected the second time. So OT said, we're basically on our own to fix this mess, and we've got ourselves to blame. And the reason no money's coming out of Washington, D.C. or extensions or anything is the Schumer shutdown. But that goes to the basic fact that JP brought out. Trump can't spend any money as President of the United States that's not appropriated by Congress. That's why we're in a government shutdown. Landry, at the governor's level, can't spend any money over the budget that's not appropriated by the state legislature. The city, however, there's no provision of that in the city charter. That's why they just kept spending money and spending money. They didn't have to go to the council for approval to go over budget. There's nothing in the city charter that says they have to. There's nothing legally that stops them from doing it. So I think it'll eventually all get settled out in the end, but it's not going to be before the pain is distributed. And that's what I just wanted to bring up.
So let me ask you this question. So, because I do think that there is a statute within the budgeting of the city which would go toward anything else, and that is if you're not operating your department and with ill intent, or that you could be using that department with ill intent, then you're in malfeasance of office. Your job is to balance the budget and to be the overseer and be the fiduciary responsible persons of our money. And they weren't.
But there's nothing legally, according to the listening to City Council today, in the city charter that stops them from doing it at the department level.
But if I was on the city council and somebody had a stick up my butt, I'd tell you the same thing. Oh, nothing you can do about it. Yeah, it is. You don't want these people out here in the streets telling everybody how bad of a responsible person you are.
I'm just relaying what was said.
I'm not arguing with you. I'm just asking you, don't you believe there's something we could do?
I think everybody's giving a pass to Cantrell, who's laying on her back in a pond Talbot instead of sitting behind her desk running these departments and making sure they stay within the budget. The city council finds out what's reported to them. And she said it was balanced to the T.
That's what she said.
And that's what they all agreed. It was balanced to the T. But then all the departments started spending overtime at the wazoo. You're telling me the city of New Orleans budgeted only $45,000 for overtime in the budget.
57.
At the beginning of the year, 50. And they spent
40 million.
Tens of millions of dollars.
40 million.
It's not the police department. It's all the departments.
Yep. I agree with you on that.
All the departments.
But I want to know, where did we fall off the horse when the first million was out of wraps?
That's it. There's no stop. I mean, they said it. There's no stop.
But Roman Schofield,
Cantrell as the mayor, as chief executive, should have stopped it before it got to that point and gone back to the city council and said, we're going to go over budget. We need approval, and here's what's going on. And I need to cut this, that, and the other thing to bring it back in the balance.
So it appears to me
he didn't do it.
that folder of information was released to probably her department and the executive branch as well as the legislative branch, and a 100-page report that was done by Romy Schofield that nobody read.
And she's the chief executive. She's elected as the chief executive of the department of the city. She's the executive officer. She's responsible for executing the budget, not the city council. Her.
They the ones that added $70 million to it. That's what I'm saying.
They said they had it. They were told they had it. So that's why they appropriated it. But she's the responsible party.
Call whoever we need to the table.
For blame too, but she's the responsible party. The buck stops at her desk.
All right, Mr. Buddy.
Thank you, Gerard.
Appreciate you. All right, y'all. That's going to wrap things up for me. I appreciate y'all for being a part. Sometimes you got to put your foot down or put it up somebody's you know what. And one is fine with me, but I bet you one thing, somebody going to have an answer on how to fix this thing next week. I'm tired of all this pointing the finger. Do your job. That's what we say in sports. Why we can't say it to them? Do your job. Or we going to start seeing those little red signs. Better have my money. All right, coming up, Arnie and Carrie coming up next. I don't know, I almost forgot Carrie's name. Yes, indeed. They are coming up next. Take you into the nighttime. Y'all have a great rest of the day. See y'all on tomorrow.